5,000 years ago, this land was nothing but a dark, barren desert, until the goddess Cecilia blessed it with the 6 stones of virtue, bringing a new age of life to the continent.
When the founders arrived in the region, they discovered these megalithic stones of virtue. It was undeniable these were the 6 beating hearts that gave these lands life. They must be protected. Soon after the discovery, more humanoids came to this place to prosper, and the city was named Vimeros after the 6 walls they had built around it.
Eventually, a wizard named Ogratus wanted the stones of virtue for himself. He spent hundreds of years in the Outlands, amassing an undead army of beasts and ill-fated wanderers. He perfected necromancy and unleashed a siege upon the city of Vimeros in an attempt to claim the transcendent stone. However, 6 heroes known as the Virtuous, each empowered directly by a stone of virtue, stood against Ogratus and stopped his effort.
Their foe was only driven away and never slain. They knew he would return and decided the only way to keep the stones safe is to separate them. Each member of the Virtuous took a stone of virtue in a separate direction, miles away from home. This event became known as the 6-sided dichotomy.
Many, many generations have passed, and each of the city-states seems to have taken on personalities of their own, yet they stay united as one country. As the new inhabitants shape their futures, the true history of Vimeros has all but vanished, and has been replaced by strict laws which are enforced to ensure the population never outweighs the resources in this country. The world may not know it yet, but without convergence, the stones of virtue are slowly dying. It's time to venture into Vimeros! What about now?
Love. Oh, something came through, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing it live.
We're doing it.
Thank you for monitoring. Hello and welcome, one and all. I am Josh McGee.
Third time's the charm.
I'm just, I'm a person. I'm here, part of Ampersandbox. We're diving deeper into the Venture into Vimeros campaign setting with the second episode of this season called Yuan-ti Tales. Our true leader here is James.
Hi, everybody. I'll be your Pillsbury DM today. And don't touch my Pillsbury thumbs.
Oh,
That's for...
That's a snack for later.
Could hear it on the channel.
You think if the Pillsbury Doughboy had to bake himself and then eat himself, how would he go about doing that?
I mean,
As a croissant.
probably a leg.
Right, yeah, he'd have to start the limb like one by
Limbs.
one, but like
Yeah.
you run out of limbs and then you're just like a Pillsbury, like little, you know.
Pillsbury no boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We just lost everybody. That's fine.
our viewership doubled when we started making bread jokes.
Now
so
wait a
Started
second.
talking, it went down.
Now wait a second. Wait a second.
they liked it better when our mics were off.
Yeah. They're like so serious.
The veil was lifted quite quickly.
That should be our new shtick: is that we can all hear each other, but the audience can't. So we're
Yeah,
just
that's
streaming silent.
that's a Patreon tier if you want audio.
Okay, so now wait a second though. Pillsbury Doughboy, right?
Yeah.
The anatomy of the Pillsbury Doughboy. Does he have teeth? Like
No.
inside there? Like
No, there's no
I mean,
way.
you see him talk, but like,
No teeth.
are they like up in there? Like, 'cause, I mean, he could cook his little teeth then. Cook those
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
He's got dough teeth.
Now you're being ridiculous.
His teeth gotta be like crackers. Like the oyster crackers.
Hey!
That's horrifying.
But he can grow them unlimitedly, so he can pull them out and keep growing more teeth.
You're like, hey, my bowl of chili needs crackers. He's like, no problem.
He goes,
Ugh. Supernumerary coming in handy.
Oh man, I feel like I can feel my teeth now.
I can feel my
Oh,
teeth
man.
falling out.
I imagine that he's full like a bowel, just like has meat on the inside of him.
oh.
So wait,
That's
wait, so
disgusting.
we're thinking like doughy outside, but then meaty inside.
Yeah.
I just pictured
Yeah, like
you
a bow bun. That's right.
I pictured, yeah, he's just like fucking ground beef inside. Like raw ground beef.
That hard transition. Who wants to tell us what happened last time?
I saved us from the bag man.
Yeah, something bad was gonna happen, but
You jumped
Jacob
right to the
luckily
end.
Hollowed the ground.
So we started off in our home little Terry of Vectrum. And
No.
we're all living our normal lives until a voice of our different patrons were like, hey, activate. And thus we activated. We found some wannabes or something sneaking around our Terry.
Wannabes.
And we killed them twice
No,
each.
wait.
Well, we don't know if they died, but we definitely started the process of turning them.
Right.
Did you start off saying Arteria's name was Ractrum?
Vectrum? Oh, that's your name. Our Terry's name's
That's my name.
The
Yeah.
village is Smootalk, or is it Smootalk Forest? Yeah, your name's Vectrum.
It's Smooth Talk.
Yeah, Smootalk.
Yeah, come on.
Smooth talk. Yeah, Vectrum and
Smooth
Turtrin
talk.
are people, not places.
Yeah, I don't got people in me
Ugh.
yet.
I say not yet. What's your fucking persuasion, dog?
It's actually kind of high.
Hey, there we go.
So the infiltrator
The
came
bag man
through,
cometh. You know what I'm saying?
and we made some out of them.
Yeah, we made some fresh.
And
That means.
then we did a little shopping. Then we did a little walking. And that's where my brain runs out.
I think, yeah, then we took a nap. On
We'll take a nap.
Exactly.
I ate a
Yeah,
bird.
you all took a nap. And
I made
that's where
a hat.
Yeah. You helped make a hat, you traded some items, you got those ghost hornets, ghost wasps that light up at night like
That's
fireflies.
right.
During the day they're invisible.
Ghost.
We had Vactrum, which is Jacob's character, made a little security net around your camp to keep anything from coming in, because you know that the Sumori Forest is kind of like a weird haunted magical nexus, so like anything could potentially happen and anyone could potentially show up. While Torup, our little blue kobold Josh, was you got a magical hand
Oh, yeah,
last
that's a
time.
very important part.
that ate your hand, and now you have a missing right hand that looks like a human hand that's bigger than your little kobold hand. But we'll come to that bridge.
We'll burn that
whatever
bridge when we
happens
get there.
Yeah, when we get there. Alex, your turtle Turtrin samurai ruined some flowers and said, I did good work, and is ready to sever limbs when need be with your samurai style.
That's right.
But you wake up, it's a new day, it's your second day of traveling. You move slow through the forest since none of you are rangers, as highlighted last time. And you're packing up your gear, your tents. Can I go ahead and just get perception checks? I believe, does your protection ward last 8 hours, or is it a day?
I believe it is 24 hours or until I move
Let me grab
close
some
it off.
dice.
Well, fine. Then nothing will happen, but still make perception checks.
Yeah, let me double check it. I don't want to ruin everything.
No, you're not going to ruin anything. It's
I got a hot 16.
16.
Yeah, it just says
Tortoise eyes.
it says until dispelled. Yep.
Then it's fine. You're perfectly fine. Go ahead, roll perception anyway.
Just remember, if there's danger, my weapon will glow just a little bit.
Is that danger to you, or just danger to the party?
I guess that depends on how you define danger.
I guess it depends on how your character defines danger.
This
Are you-
magic weapon warns you of danger. That's what it
Darn.
says specifically. And then it says, in addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet can't be surprised except when incapacitated.
Okay. Do you consider your traveling party as your companions?
I mean, I would think so. At this point, since we were all given by our patrons, a thing to do, I would consider them my companions.
Okay.
I would also like it to be known I rolled a 19 as well.
Which ability are we checking?
Perception.
15 on the dice.
Excellent.
Look, I'm just trying to take care of
plus
the
2.
party,
I got a
the
17.
cleric and all.
Yeah, it's an early morning here in the Tsumori forest. The sounds of insects swirling about, buzzing, the light barely piercing through the upper canopy. It could easily be dusk or even still night and be hard to tell. The thick swamp forest has that beautiful methane and kind of earthy quality to it as you all roll up your sleeping gear. As you look around, you see off in the distance a set of glowing eyes that's staring at you just outside of your kind of protection circle. And as you all roll up your bedrolls, it just kind of
I
fades
just come out
back
of my
into
shell.
the shadows. You come out of your shell, yeah. But,
Right?
What?
Say it again, you skipped.
Said we saw that. I'll figure out my eventually.
Did I see it?
Oh,
everyone saw it, yeah.
Oh.
I think we all passed the check-in.
Yeah!
Yes, probably just a woodland creature.
We're being hunted!
We're being hunted. Jacob's internet's shit in the bed.
now. Hey, now, it was your earlier.
All right, Mr. Roboto.
I'll restart my interface. You guys do your thing.
Characters specifically do in the morning. I know for Turtrin, gardening flowers is a hobby of yours while or up.
What available water do we have?
There's plenty of puddles around and dripping like condensation from the leaves, along with just the
Thickness.
uh,
Can I press the digitation shower?
yeah, you can, like clean your scales and pull it off you as you.
It's more about getting wet than it is getting clean.
Or his breath, if you would.
Yeah, you can try and clean yourself a little bit to start off the day. Alex, is
I
there
would be looking
anything-
for some breakfast, some fresh leaves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do a survival check.
We went from 17, then rolled 2, 8, 3, so that's a 5.
I mean, there are ferns. There are other large, kind of tropical trees here. You're not finding any particularly tasty ones. You could eat them, but
Huh.
you might have an upset stomach if you were to eat.
I thought you liked leaves and greens. Why are you gnawing on a branch?
Sometimes I like to chew the moisture out of it.
Moisture?
Yeah, and if you're lucky, you get a little bit of sap in there. Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
I'm not sure I'd call that luck, but to each their own.
Give it a whirl. And I'm like,
I give it a whirl.
no, don't. You don't want to bite into it. Just kind of like gnaw on it.
I give you back mulch. That is not very tasty.
Again, I told you not to bite it. It's not like a snack you like chomp on.
And this is eating? Where you from?
Well, I don't remember where I'm from, but it's just kind of how I've existed all this time.
Well, I'll carry on without this.
Or for me, sucker.
You don't eat anything other than plants.
I mean, like, I could survive off like 2 cactus pads. Man, I love cactus pads. They're so good. They're so refreshing.
Not even small game animal or insects.
No.
Torab, I don't know if I can keep traveling with this thing.
That's awfully judgmental out the gate. I've never seen you in my life.
A little over the top factor. Each of us have our
I
own
just
literally
ways.
don't
right-
understand.
I prefer seafood and
you,
in the
wall
woods.
of the fucking encampment we just walked out of. We literally are just like a few steps outside of camp, and you're already telling me you can't travel with me? That sounds like a personal problem.
yeah, but you're a vegan.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought
Everyone
I-
knows that you're insufferable.
Again, I think you're projecting or something, because what the fuck is a vegan?
Doesn't look like a vegan, looks like a turtle.
Right. You clergymen, you're always so weird. I'm just like turning around and slowly walking away.
Weirdly walking away. Survival check.
Survival check again.
Yeah,
Round
just
2.
to make sure
Oh.
you're staying on track.
Oh, right.
Thank God, I rolled an 18.
I rolled
That's a
something.
nat 20 for a 23.
I just log into my wife's boss's account so I can see my character sheet. What was that?
Everything sound good now?
Survival?
Yeah.
21.
Survival. 21. All right, you're all able to stay on track and go through this dense forest, avoiding potential other traps set by other Yuan-ti and lizard folk. who call this forest home. You've avoided a quicksand pit. That was gonna be fun, but I guess y'all rolled well, so that's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. We don't need to kill you yet. However, over the course of a couple hours trudging through the forest, there aren't really any. There's occasionally some like game trails that various creatures use to navigate through the woods, which, as you kind of follow one that goes along the path that you need to follow, you come upon a river, and
I jump in.
you can definitely jump in.
No questions asked. As it
No
looks like,
questions
yeah, as if it looks like water, I'm going in.
Yeah. As you jump in, you hear like a, "What are you doing in my river?" And you can definitely put on the Kai card if you have it.
Oh, cool.
What are you doing in my river? And
Oh,
you would see this like green frog turtle-y humanoid creature that has hair growing out the back of its skull with a hard turtle shell on its back. And
They
two
are on
swords
screen if you're
on its
interested.
hip. Yeah.
Well, I just saw some living water and had to be one with it.
Well, this is my little section of the river. If you wanna in or you wanna cross, you gotta best me in battle.
Show me your deed.
These are my deeds. As pulls out both of his swords.
Those are swords, you nincompoop.
This is a small Terry to be just, I don't know, 80 feet of river?
From everything I can see, from over there to over there, it's my river.
Right, show me the deed to the 80 feet of river.
No! Get out of my river! And he's going to, like, try and kick Toro.
I mean, I guess roll for it.
Yeah.
What is my
He
my
does
AC
not
isn't
kick well.
not high either.
He's still in the water. He can't kick. The momentum's off. You know what I mean?
He only gets a 7.
Okay.
It's more like a splash at you. Like, get out of my river.
Are you a child? Are you splash fighting him right now?
Who are you? What are you, oversized tortoise?
Yeah. Yes.
Clearly, you'd be best used as soup.
I don't know about that.
Maybe not best used as, but certainly there's an opportunity there.
No, he's gonna like slowly nudge Torup out of his river.
I wouldn't say soup. I mean, look, it's a lot of lean mass over there.
Yes.
Just let me relax in your waters. You wouldn't want a ghost wasp infestation, would you?
I can live in the water. That's fine. Just like get out of my river. Find some other way across.
This is not your river.
This is my river.
It's just a river that exists here. You did not build this river. You do not own this river.
Yes, I do. Now, either fight me and you may use or traverse my river, or find some other way across.
Okay, I'll just fucking strike you down here.
This seems very arbitrary.
It is a 3 versus 1. Is this river worth your life? You can simply share, bitch.
Oh, now
We're in
the bad.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Roll initiative.
Okay. 12.
I got a 15.
Got a 7. Lower's better, right?
Not in this game.
I'm kidding.
So Alex, you got a 15.
I got a 15. Yep.
Cool. So our little river friend here will go first, and because our little kobold is the most instigating of the group. Yeah. Does I got my card here. Roll twice. Does 20 miss?
20 hits.
Okay. So you'll take some damage there. As he strikes you once with his long sword, and then once with his slightly shorter curved sword. 17 points of slashing damage.
Oh, ouchie.
As he then and at this point you can make an opportunity attack. He will go into the puddle of water underneath his feet and go to disappear.
Let's see. I don't think I'm holding a weapon proper. Oh, Serpent's Fang, Warlock's Pact weapon. Okay. It's like magic dagger, pretty much. D20 plus 10. 23 to hit.
That just barely hits.
Whoa. 9 damage.
9 damage as he hides within the water. He can't end his turn in the water, so he will appear behind our cleric friend
Whoa.
as he pops up out of a puddle.
Hello.
Did that thing just teleport?
He's got some weird puddle magic going on. Can I arcana check the puddle move?
Yeah.
Alright.
It would be Turtrin's turn.
I'm gonna arcana check it before I do anything. That's an 18. Let's go.
You probably have heard of these like river spirit creatures who, much like tree stride or like shadow jump, can teleport a limited distance in water. So it's like a natural ability that they have
Yeah.
that potentially a spellcaster could like learn how to use, but is natural for this creature.
Right. No, he's like puddle striding. You know what I mean? He can go from puddle to puddle. It's not very exciting. And I'm gonna like, samurai style, like quick draw the blade and then like appear on the other side of him. 21 to hit.
Let's see. He's going to use his reaction. Reduce that by 6, so that will miss. As he parries with his blade to block your first strike, and your blade just narrowly misses by him.
Damn. What kind of weird toad are you?
You don't know what I am?
I'm gonna do a second attack here.
Yeah.
I am the mighty Kai, the river guardian. From all here.
I rolled a 17.
That will miss.
Damn.
This is my portion of the river. Either win best me in combat, or leave.
It is Torup's turn.
I don't think we'll be leaving anytime soon. Ye old Eldritch Blast.
Go
I
ahead.
get 2 adems. 27 to hit, and dirty 20.
Ouch! you scared little vile thing.
Vile! I bathed this morning! Damage is 8 plus 6. 14 damage. For both of them hit?
in the river doesn't
Yeah, both
count.
hit.
12 on the second one. And as a bonus action, the very puddle he's standing in, a sea serpent is going to, a magical one. Sea serpent's going to kind of, make its way out of there magically. It doesn't say what size it is, but I'm just going to say it's like a medium to large
Okay.
thing. It moves so slow, so that's why I'm thinking maybe large. I don't know, whatever. It'd be a medium-sized tentacle, not tentacle. I'm actually reading the actual text. A medium-sized sea serpent comes out of the puddle he's standing in and just going to strike at him.
Right.
Oh no! What is this, a
23.
calamari? I'll eat it soon.
You've been in the river too long. The ocean is... That's not a... Never mind. I'm just going to strike him.
No, you're onto something. You've never left this puddle, have you?
No.
What a shame.
I mean, it is kind of nice here. Look at the view. The sun rises and sets. I mean, it's kind of nice.
No,
That'll
this is
do.
ignorance. He just called a sea serpent a calamari.
The sea serpent will do 7 cold damage.
Does it auto hit?
No, I rolled a 23, which was
Oh yeah.
according
7
to the
cold.
other rolls. Yeah, 7 cold.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use my movement to show how proficient I am at swimming. That's it. I'm not going anywhere.
Like swim, like you jump into the river.
Yeah.
It's like I'm swimming. Like haha, I don't need your authority to swim in this river.
So much for leaving your very own river all to myself.
It is Vractrum's turn.
All right. I'm befuddled as a human right now by this whole experience that I'm having.
We should be back. Like he's in the middle of us, right? Because he was behind Vector when I came up and tried to strike him.
Yeah.
So we surrounded him.
We're going to cast Spirit Guardians because that feels like a nice thing to do. So we'll go ahead and drop my Spirit Guardians. Guess Vractrum's just kind of like he's had a weird morning, you know. He woke up a little grumpy. He told Turtrin he was insufferable. He didn't really mean it. He's just grumpy. And then this thing just stands in front of them and doesn't let him move forward. So he's just gonna wave his hand, still a little grogged out, you know. And these almost fey-like but more fiendish snakes that are translucent and almost like a purplish reddish tinge, almost like a maroon, if you will, appear around him. And I need our friend here to make a wisdom save.
The light cleric that's not a morning person.
Mm-hmm. I'm more of a midday kind of gal.
Does 17 succeed?
Yeah, it just barely does, but you'll still take half, which is fun. So that will be whichever way you want to roll half of 15.
7.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's technically like 7.5, but you know.
Too bad we don't do halves.
I guess I'm just kind of watching this unfold, and can I do there's something I want to do, but it feels slightly metagamey to a conversation we had earlier, so I'm trying to justify it. Is there like a investigation or insight I can kind of do on this guy to assess this situation a little bit more?
Totally. You can do like a history to see if you can remember anything about these river creatures. You could do an investigation to see any weird things on their body or person. You
Would
roll
like
it,
a
spin
would
it,
a
and yeah.
well, you said it's a river spirit creature thing. Would a religion work?
Yeah.
All right, let's go with that. I just want to get a better grasp on this situation. No, that's a 5, and it's off of a nat 1, so
You're a little. You haven't had your morning snake coffee, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Venom
I'm in my
and
morning Marshulk.
Just sip. Poison.
Exactly.
A lot of people do that.
Exactly. You just take little dabs of it, you know. You gotta keep the complexion going, you know.
Yeah. Are you able to do anything else on your turn?
No, that's it for me.
So our friend here, Kai, will use one of his actions to disengage from the group that currently in, so that when they use their puddle jumper feature, no attacks of opportunity can happen. But they will puddle jump over to our friend Torup and make a strength check to try and grapple you.
Okay.
How's
21?
Yeah, no, they fail. So they like puddle jump over to you and they try and grab you and miss.
And I'm mid sweet ass swim.
Yeah.
You just breaststroke out of it.
Yeah, one.
You're like,
Get over here, you very weirdly clean little kobold.
Welcome back to your river.
Yeah, well, I peed over there an hour ago.
I peed over there 3 seconds ago.
Oh, I'm downstream.
it's Turton's turn.
I don't know how to handle this, Turtrin. I'm sorry for earlier, just I don't know how to handle this right now.
You can just kill the damn thing.
They're just peeing everywhere. It's just so unsanitary.
Do you not pee everywhere either? You're a half snake.
No. Designated areas. You don't just pee everywhere.
Water's like a different story, right?
Man, maybe you should just free yourself a little and pee somewhere that's not, I guess, a bamboo toilet or something. I don't know.
Hey, don't pick up that moldy rock. Watch out for that moldy rock.
Let's see if I can strike this man. 13 on the dice plus 8. 22. 21.
21. They use their reaction to parry your attack with their little wakizashi, bringing it down. However, you do have your second attack. Their reaction is gone for this turn.
Let's see, what's the next one? Oh, that's a lot. It's 25.
That hits.
Nice. Let's do this.
Oh, I forgot
Gonna
to change
be-
that he's not a huge fiend. It's fine. I'll fix that later.
It's gonna be a 10 damage total.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, my back.
I guess now I'm in the river too.
I should have challenged you all to single combat. But it's
I
too
tried
late.
telling you, 3v1's a death wish.
Or you could have just shut the fuck up and let us pass.
No, I need you. I must defend my river.
Again, it's not your river to defend.
It is mine.
That's all I got. I think. I don't need any bonus actions right now. So.
Okay. Torup's turn is within 5 feet of you.
Okay. How far is he from the tentacle I summoned? The second tentacle, the serpent I summoned.
Probably about 20 feet.
Alright, serpent can move 30.
Yes.
So I use my bonus action to move that thing and attack with the sea serpent. Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
8 and 3. 11 damage cold.
Ow!
He is appearing very frozen and bloodied at the moment.
A blood sickle, if you will.
A blood sickle.
It's like you all are abled combatants.
Very
You may cross
able.
my river, if you so choose.
I have a better idea. Filter of Marshalk.
Ooh.
Nice.
You can just pop the bottle. Like, I'm coming at you.
Can I grab one? Can I help? Is that like a help action or something I can do to? Since I'm
you
right
could-
there too.
Yeah, you could do like a. Since you didn't use your bonus, you could roll for help, and then let's see how that is and see if that gives you.
Just roll
advantage on this one.
athletics, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! 15 plus 8, 23.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can roll with advantage for Torup to try and filter this reptile-y thing.
Do I get any additives here?
Just advantage.
Advantage is fine. 16 was
Cool.
the higher die.
Oh well, and then of course, like it'd be based off your attack roll. So,
So my attack roll's plus 10. All my magic stuff, anyways.
well, like a physical attack roll.
Let's see. Okay. I can use my charisma instead of dex on stuff. On weapon attacks.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay. This would be the regular plus 10 then. With the help
I'll
of
allow your feature.
with the with the help of Heisha flowing through my whole being. 23 to administer the potion or the
So
filter.
describe how you do this to our friend Kai here.
So as the turtle gets in the water and makes the grapple, I'm doing a big old corkscrew swim, and then I go under the water, and then I pop out flourishingly in like a Superman pose, but at the end of my arm is the potion. And I dive right into his mouth, like I don't mind going elbow deep to get it in there.
I just pictured him holding out this like little toad creature thing.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, so you're definitely able to administer this
Mhm.
to this creature. They will start drinking it of your choosing,
yeah.
Of your accord.
of your accord. I'm still gonna say it's Rectrum's turn. As they're like,
I mean, it checks out.
another, another for the spile.
Oh, I don't have any complaints about this. This is fantastic. You guys are doing a great job. Are either of you hurt at all?
I don't feel too bad.
Wonderful. Well then, I'll see you guys on the other side of the river then.
I'm just gonna make my way to the other side of the river.
you wade through, slithering.
Yeah, go on the upstream side if you're scared of urine.
I will. And I did.
Yeah, Rectrum will. Oh yeah, not Rectrum. Your turn's done. It sounds like, unless you want to move something, or.
Oh, I don't got any complaints of what they're doing. They're doing the right thing. Look, I told you, he's not a morning person, you know? It's early in the morning.
Yeah.
Wait till the afternoon.
Yeah. Go ahead for Turtrin. Make a strength check to just see if you're able to hold on to Kai here.
22.
Yeah, so you're able to hold on to him as he attempted to break free, and so he could use his puddle jump feature. But he spits out the bottle.
Well, that was the most disgusting beverage I've ever had. What was that?
Salvation.
It tasted like shark and snake butthole.
Don't worry, it was filtered.
You literally live in your own piss, but okay.
No, I pee downstream of where I live, which is over there.
Either way,
I said you could pass unhand me. You bested me.
All right, well, we'll see you later. When we're coming back home. Do you want us to best you in combat again on the way back?
Yes, you'll
Sure,
have
there'll
to
be no
best,
need for that.
you'll have to best me again.
All right. See you
Listen,
later.
like, the next 24 hours are gonna be real weird for you, my guy. So strap in.
Yeah, can I get since you administered it, can I have you roll a
D20 came up as 12.
12 plus 2? So that is just 14. Something interesting will happen. You haven't ever given a filter of Marshulk to a reptile creature before.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens. It doesn't seem to be as potent against a reptile, or instead of the humanoid gnomes and
Right.
so on that you've given it to before. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Unless you want to force feed him another one.
No, I gave him the one. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Encounter over. We're out of initiative. That's
Nice.
quick, easy, fine. As you
I hold him until I get out of the river, and then as I step out of the river, I go, whoop.
splashes into the river.
Well, I will be prepared for you next time.
If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
dead,
Who says I'll be dead?
As he goes back into the river.
the Marshulk, it's not really. Nobody says anything. It's just kind of a 50-50 thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Anywho,
It's worked every time
anywho.
I've watched it.
Oh yes, your abomination. I remember.
What was that?
Clamsy.
Clamsy.
Don't talk about Clamsy like that. Clamsy's beautiful.
The most beautiful eyeless snake clam.
We should
Abomination.
put that thing out of its misery. It's suffering.
It hisses at you.
See, it's happy.
Ugh.
I just keep walking, shuffling.
Ugh.
Oh, you're allowed to be disgusted by something, but I can't. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a. While walking, you don't get the benefits of a short rest, but go ahead and roll another survival check to make your way through the forest.
That's another nat 20 for a 23, friends.
21.
I got a 19.
You know what? I'm just gonna start throwing things at you, but it's fine. You avoid more traps. You see a poorly built bear trap. You see like a small rabbit game trap. You see something that was potentially built by non-Yuan-ti, maybe some human interlopers in the forest around, because how it's designed is just not as camouflaged as what you all would do.
Yeah.
It sticks out like a sore thumb in the forest for you. Which, as you're going through the jungle, you notice that there's actually like freshly cut trees of the forest, which is not really something that you do this far out. It doesn't make sense. But trees are cut, stumps are left, which on one of the stumps you see a small mushroom creature that is holding like a piece of meat and sucking on it as it just stares at you as the three of you trudge through the underbrush of the jungle.
Do you know who did this? Who cut down the trees?
Are you asking the mushroom creature?
The mushroom creature, yeah.
Yeah. If you want it, you all would have heard of these creatures. For you, it's pretty common. They're kukubi. They're small mushroom humanoids that live in the forest, and they generally eat decaying creatures. You haven't ever really talked to one, so it just kind of like looks at you and is sucking on this piece of meat, like.
I think that might be what did this here, Turtron.
I mean, we can
Oh,
only
that's a
hope.
cute fella.
No,
Not looking
not
like he's
the-
capable of destruction.
No, not what it's eating. Tora.
Oh,
you can smell the decaying scent of flesh as you get closer to this creature, and the buzzing sound of flies.
It seems it waited a little too long to take this one.
It's a 22. I'm gonna sniff this thing out.
Yeah, you find that there is over a dozen other small fungal plant creatures going like a group of lionesses on a carcass behind this stump, where they're just like, and they look up at you with their like little moon eyes, mouths covered in blood and viscera, as they're just like,
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's like bow out.
the one closest to you that's on the stump is just speaking in some kind of unintelligible language, unless you happen to speak weird fungal creature.
I speak Sylvan.
You might like. It sounds like gibberish Sylvan, so it's like when Sims speak English.
Simlish Sylvan.
It sounds vaguely like words, but not words.
It's not Sylvan, it's Sylvish.
It's like someone who's been hearing Sylvan their whole life but doesn't know what it means. So they're just saying the words.
Yeah. As it's just like.
Sorry, fella, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Do you think that, I mean, just curious, how do you guys feel about maybe giving them one of the filters?
I mean, we don't have enough to go around. There's a lot of them over there.
Well, I don't need to get a whole filter. There's like 12 of them. You could probably pull.
Well, you want to put a drop in each one and see how it goes?
They could be interesting.
Hey, sounds like a good idea to me.
Can I can I try to offer? I'm gonna try to slowly offer at first. And then I want to. I guess this would be like a. Let me actually. Can I try to persuade it to take the filter? I know it might be high since we don't speak the same language, but
I would like to help by wafting it in its direction, since it has a foul smell, kind of like what they're eating.
Yeah, definitely.
awesome.
Do a persuasion check with disadvantage since you don't speak the same language.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Well, that would be
Oh, sorry.
Rectrum would be
Yep.
doing it.
That's
Well done.
so unfortunate that you gave me disadvantage on that. But wait, I think I have a way to turn this around. Give me 1 second to check this.
To read his character sheet full.
Same.
Well,
I'm still
it's
filling that
because
out.
I have the lucky feat. However, I only ever use that feat as a halfling who does it automatically. So on that
Yeah.
one, so I just needed to make sure I could use one of my my uses. So let's go ahead and do that. That is much better. That is a 22.
So how do you hand this filter as it's being wafted to the creature eating the little piece of the meat?
Come on, little buddy, you might like it.
So I saunter up in a very snake-like way, my cloak kind of displacing my movements just a little bit to catch its eye. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And as I get closer, I'm allowing the cloak to kind of waft what Korap is wafting to the air, closer and closer to it, until I'm finally up to it and just journey.
Yeah, it will like smell this delicious bouquet of sweaty butthole and snaky musk. As it's
Snake farts.
as it like calls over to the other 12, and they're like, and they all like reach one of their fungal tentacles into the filter as they're each going. Now, one thing, I don't know if you can see the stream, but you would find out very quickly that these things are immune to poisons,
Mhm.
which the filter happens to be a poison.
Not a magical poison. That's what I was aiming for.
It's still magical, but to them, you just gave them the best treat ever. They're like, as they start approaching you, and they actually can now sniff out now that they know what it smells like, and they're approaching your little kobold friend Tora, as his body is covered in these vials. So all 12 are starting to mass around you, and you can feel their little dry fungally feet.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back off!
They're like,
get off me!
Up on you.
Oh, you little asshole! And I cast Armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze them solid right now.
Yeah. So I'll get temp HP, and anything that attacks me melee style, melee attackers take, since I can only upcast, will take 25 cold damage.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this to the group. Does pawing at you count as an attack?
I mean, that's how I took it. That's why I threw up the armor.
I think it depends on the nature of the pawing.
Okay.
It's like a dog pawing at you isn't that threatening, but if they're like slapping at you, you know what I mean?
I'll say that
I don't think the armor knows the difference, so I think
Yeah.
if they're touching him, it's activating the armor. So
I'm gonna say that you instantly kill half of them.
Mm-hmm. It's all
Because they
cold
don't have a
damage,
lot of
if
hit
that means
points.
anything.
Yeah, with cold damage, you'll kill half of them, while the other half will like run over towards the stump, and you'll see them disappear as they use their tree blip ability to run away. But you currently have a corpse now left that has been sucked dry of its liquids and blood there on the other side of this stump.
I'm gonna investigate the corpse.
Yeah.
In that in between time before they run away, would you allow me to try one more persuasion check to mime out that Torap is a god?
I mean, it'll be with disadvantage again, but this would be like a performance check.
I can do performance as well. I'm not as proficient in it, but I do have a plus to that as well.
Yeah, I'll say that like as Torp's casting the arms of Agathis and the frosty tendrils come out, you're like, you have the one's attention that you originally were talking to, like, they're a god, praise be. Yeah, go ahead
And I'm in the background going, "Oh, get off me, you little piece of shit! You're a bunch of assholes crawling up on me!"
All right, let's just see.
I rolled a 23 investigation on the corpse.
Yeah.
You're in the background doing the real job.
Yeah.
I guess we're in the background.
All right. Just because this is just too fucking funny to me, I used another lucky point because I want to see if we can get up there. So that's 18.
Okay, so we're gonna do a couple things in order. One, you're definitely like, Torp's gonna kill half of them, but while that's happening and they get frozen to death and they leave little frozen mushroom bodies, the other half will begin to run away. You convince the one that Torp is a god as it's licking the bottle clean as best it can with its little fungal arms. And it's just like, whoa. And it will believe you, like, and Turtrin will be doing the actual work,
Yeah.
looking at this corpse, finding that that the corpse has a couple things on it. One, that it has a pendant to some kind of it has like some kind of moon pendant on it. You also find that it has a broken stone piece that has a coiled serpent with yellow paint and on it. And then it just has like a broken bow, a half quiver of arrows, and a pretty rusted old sword.
Can I history check the items?
Yeah. Do one for each. The pendant. Or I imagine you're doing the pendant and the stone.
Pendant is 17. Yeah. And then stone is 19.
19. Okay. So we'll come to that. But as this one believes you, what would you like to do as its face is just like in awe? And the other ones run away. Yeah.
I'm going to use the light cantrip, and I'm going to cast a couple floating lights right above and around, like encircling Torab. in a common language, a common tongue, obviously.
Torap, I've convinced him that you're its god.
Ew!
What's fun?
How would I?
You could.
What can I do
You
with
could
this?
have an army. You could have an army of these things, Torap. You have obviously an affinity for the gross and disgusting.
No, they're all beautiful in their own way. Let me see if this is helpful in any manner.
Yeah. Clancy nuzzles your neck when you say that they're all beautiful.
Yeah. Clancy's great. So I'm gonna do some like hand commands just to see if it goes anywhere.
Okay. What kind of hand commands are you doing?
The really unhelpful ones. I'm gonna do like point my thumbs together. Do like a rolling motion. Like hang loose, whatever. I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go through the whole emoji Pokedex. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I'm gonna do each one for like 3 seconds. Rapid fire hand commands.
It doesn't quite understand what you're trying to do, but you see that it like puts both of its hands on the stump, and it's forming something out of like a fungal ball.
Ooh.
Which during that time, Turtrin, you'll know that the pendant is some human god's moon god. You're like, it's some kind of moon goddess thing, whatever.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. It's not a Yuan-ti thing. It's just some human god. But the stone, though, is a little bit more interesting, as you know that this is a symbol engraved on the Savdur stones that make up the border of the Yuan-ti encampment. That usually they don't come off unless.
Oh, so this is
someone
just a
chiseled
chunk,
it
right?
off. Yeah.
Right. I'll come back to the group with that information, but I feel like this needs to resolve first.
Yeah.
Look! Mushroom magic! Wow! That cuckoo bee will do whatever I want it to, if I can communicate with it.
It hands you a like purple and green and pink little I forget the actual term for it, but it's a fungal nodule.
Yeah.
Like, and just hands it to you.
I like slowly bring it to my mouth, and I'm just looking at its reaction. I ate it.
Cool.
I like plug my nose and eat it.
I
You
don't.
gave birth to a child and you ate it.
21. Roll's been great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I say that in-game hour has passed, you'll have to roll another one. But
Okay.
right now, you feel fine.
What's the flavor?
Uh,
Earthy.
it's kind of dry and spongy. It doesn't have much flavor. It has like a faint leathery taste.
Yucky.
Mmm. Good.
I'm trying to like remember when I ate this thing a long time ago.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Someone's in for a trip.
But then it's like awaiting your next command.
I just I'm hoping that it follows me around because I'm not going to do any commands. If it doesn't follow me, I'll do like a follow me hand gesture.
Yeah, after a moment of like nothing, it's like, and like, you see it like get sucked into the stump, and you don't see where it's at.
Well, that was fun while it lasted. Maybe it'll spread the word across the Mushroom Kingdom that I'm their god.
Exactly.
Acts of heresy.
Well, there are many gods in the pantheon, and very specifically,
And you're
Mershok
telling me
is...
Torup is one of them.
Well, Mershok is the god of creation and destruction, so what we're doing right now is creating a form of a false god, so that we can then bring him down eventually.
It's perspective.
It's all a cycle.
It's all
How long have
perspective.
you been a clergyman?
How long have I been here?
Okay, well
Certainly seems
that question sent him spiraling.
Yes.
It certainly seems like you're trying to justify something you know you probably shouldn't have done, but are doing it anyway and doing it under the guise of Marshal, which seems like an act of heresy in itself. So I would, I don't know, pray on it or whatever you do.
Again, creation and destruction.
Yeah, we just created
yeah.
a religion.
He sticks his hand in his pack and pulls out a little hat, throws it in the air, and sets it on fire. Creation and destruction.
What the what kind of symbolism is that? What does that even mean?
A hat's a great idea for
Oh,
Clamsy.
Well, he just destroyed the one.
I'm gonna ask
Yes,
Tom
the one.
Clancy if they want a hat.
Oh yeah, you can speak. Can you speak telepathically to Tom?
Yeah.
Clancy?
Yep.
I'm
So,
Clancy.
Tom Clancy will say,
Yes.
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
I want top hats.
Tom Clancy know what a top hat is.
I feel
They were born with no eyes.
I feel Tom Clancy's heart breaking as the one hat was destroyed.
It was a beautiful hat. I would have loved it.
He never saw it.
Hey, Vector, if you ever come by another tiny hat, can I perhaps just borrow it?
He never saw it.
I could trade for it. Listen, Clancy and I have a connection that's very deep.
Oh goodness.
He was.
I like that.
Wasn't he born yesterday?
Well, we don't talk about that.
Oh.
He was reborn 2 days ago.
Anywho, both of you are so. What the hell?
I'll pull out a little.
This is
hat.
some silly human moon goddess pendant. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. But this is not supposed to be here.
Can I cast some kind of check to see if we can get some more knowledge?
A rock?
You can do Arcana, History, Religion.
I forgot the name you told me about.
It's the Savdur stones.
Savdur.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing here.
This is a chunk. This is a piece of a Savdur stone. He's marked the barriers in which our land is marked. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I mean, somebody's fucking with the territory.
the
No bueno.
patrons won't be pleased, that's sure.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well-
you are welcome to roll any History or Arcana, whatever checks if you'd like.
Is there any way to determine which cherry this is from? Hopefully not our own.
I don't know if it's necessarily from a Terry, but like, think of it as this is a piece of our fence.
But which border?
Good question. We'd have to maybe see if we can find some tracks that the, human made, whatever this pile of meat was before it was this.
So I'll do investigation. The I'll do it on the body. See if I can maybe figure out an origin.
Okay.
You are both magical. Can you not talk to corpses?
I got 9.
If there was more to speak to, I could. But it just looks like a mass of body parts. I mean, if we can reconstruct to a degree, then yes. But I would
Talking
need at
to the
least the
dead.
torso and the head.
Talking to the dead is not something Heisha granted me.
As you
Yeah,
say
I mean-
that, you like lift up your hand, and the corpse's hand, like at the wrist, crumbles.
Ah.
And you're able to pull up the hand with it, as it's just completely sucked dry of all moisture and liquids,
Fully chapped.
fully chapped.
And if it
Ooh.
didn't do that, I probably could.
Yeah, a bit crispy over here.
See, I'm gonna like search for tracks or something. Survival.
Yeah, that would be a survival check for tracks. If you want, like,
Oh.
history about the stone or potentially arcana checks about the stone, you definitely can. Or just a general survival to get back on track.
I would
Oh,
like to throw
13
something out there
survival.
real quick. I actually just read the spell because I was like, wait a second, it just
My
needs a
character
mouth.
sheet?
Hey now, I've been reading my character sheet, just not my spells.
Yeah.
It just needs a mouth. As long as it has a mouth, we can talk to it.
Yeah.
That's specifically what it says. It can't be undead, and it needs a mouth.
It's not undead, and it still has a mouth.
Upon further investigation, Deirdre, I in fact can allow us to speak to this corpse.
Shocker.
Good. It seems Vactrum's lightening up here in the later morning.
Brain fog is slowly clearing.
It's just something about being in the light and the sun being up above. It's just fantastic, as the day goes on. Anyway, claps his hands together and like rubs them, and pulls them apart as like little light and sparks are forming between, and he just goes, From destruction we can create, from the ashes we can rebuild. Lift yourself up anew and speak to answer our questions, Bill.
Bill.
Who the fuck is Bill?
I just assume he's gonna look. He's a human. I just assume they all have the same name, right? I mean,
That's fair.
A ghastly,
they're not very interesting.
a ghastly gasp fills the lungs of this creature, or corpse, and you hear the ribs shatter and break as it tries to allow itself to sit up. And its eyes glow with whatever magical color your magic has.
Red.
Red glowing eyes that just kind of like burn as the magic emanates out. Are you casting like Speak with Dead?
Specifically, yes.
Okay, so then you have like a limited
5
number
questions,
of
right?
questions.
5,
Yeah.
Yes, and that was the next thing I would explain is, we have 5 questions we can ask Bill here. Just make sure the way that you phrase anything outside of a question doesn't end with a question mark.
Right.
It's looking around.
What were you doing out here?
I was hunting.
Okay.
Where'd you get the rock? Alright.
Was
And where did you find this rock?
It like lifts up its hand that you had crumbled, so it's just the stump of its forearm, and like gestures in a location. Over there.
Noted.
It was a piece of the rock, right, guys?
Yeah, it's a chunk. It's not the whole stone.
Did you personally break off this chunk of the rock?
No, my friend did, and I kept it.
All right, so now we have 2 more questions, everyone.
There's an accomplice.
The blood thickens.
Should we ask how it died?
No.
You can ask how I died if you want.
Damn it!
Damn it!
What was the first thing he fucking said?
No!
I didn't know.
As it's like a red mist leaves its body out of its mouth as it falls back to the ground.
God
And
damn
its
it!
bones shatter as it.
I'm usually more on top of my game.
Hey, why did you do that again? That was fun. Here, I'll show you. I'll do it. I rub my hands together. From creation ashes, talk to us, guy. Bill. The keyword was Bill.
Its body is just a pile of ash and bones. No mouth exists.
What's the first thing he said?
And then just turn in the direction that he pointed and silently just start slithering off in that direction.
I know we gotta look that way. God damn it!
I was so ready for those 2 questions.
I knew that they were going to happen too. As soon as I cast it, I was like, we have 3 questions because someone's going to fuck this.
What a classic D&D moment.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, he didn't really answer my question. He just said bye and he evaporated. So like we should have one more.
No, he did. It was quick. We layered over it.
Damn.
What were you doing out here? What's
Yeah.
the question? Yeah. If you all want to follow Fractrum as they slither in the direction that the corpse had pointed, you definitely can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to investigate.
Yeah, like about 50-ish yards or so in the general direction, you'll see the remains of a crumbled Salvador stone. Its remains are just rubble strewn over the ground. From the base, you actually see what looks like the stone itself bleeding out into the forest. As the moss around where the base of the stone was is damp, and actually as you step or slither over it, the moss squishes out blood.
Oh boy.
Did you know that they did this?
I'm gonna history check to make sure.
I'm gonna try to cover the other side of that if I can and do like a religion check on the stone again.
I rolled a 13
In a
history.
minute. Hey, that's a 23 religion. We're starting to turn back around here.
So, Tortured, you only eat plants. Is this like... Is bleeding. Would this be considered a plant diet?
I mean, moss doesn't bleed normally, so I don't really know what the hell we're looking at. Or
Yeah.
maybe I do with a 13.
With a 13, at least as far as the Yuan-ti and kind of reptile culture, these stones are placed with a sacrifice. So when they're destroyed or something passes by them, there usually is a warning, but you hadn't heard of one when you left. Is with a 13. With the religion check, you would know because you did so well to go off of the sacrifice. Whenever each of these stones is placed, a human sacrifice is made that binds that creature's soul to that stone, which then powers the stone. And potentially as part of this stone breaking, what was sacrificed is now just bleeding into the forest. So it's more that this stone, like imagine the amount of human, like blood in a human is now just kind of soaking into the moss around the base of the stone that was originally captured within the stone.
I understand.
All right.
Blood magic.
All right. So my Discord is having a hard time, even though my internet speed is fantastic right now. So I'm gonna let you know what I heard. Right. This is gonna be the Sparks Notes version of what I just heard. You sacrifice people's souls in the stone. Stone's broken, so now it's bleeding. Is that right?
More or
Bleeding
less, yeah.
the people's blood. The sacrificed
people's
blood.
Awesome, cool. So, Vectrim's gonna stick his kind of scaly, pointy-fingered hand into like one finger rather into the blood, and pull up and take a little lick of it, and then look back to you guys.
This is from the original sacrifices made to create the stone. Whoever broke this has also bled it dry. So no, this would not be against Tirtrin's ways if he ate this moss. It'd be perfectly fine. Just wash it off first.
I mean, can we fix it?
If we had enough sacrifices.
I mean, the blood seems to all be here.
The problem is that the blood has vacated the stone. The souls have been bled dry from the stone.
Yeah, I don't think you can recycle a sacrifice. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
I will also add with the 23 religion check that the stone doesn't necessarily need to be made on the spot, but it does need to be whole. So you'd have to remake a new stone and do this,
Or mend the one.
And that's where I was getting to.
Yeah.
Now, I do have mending as a cantrip actually.
Let's do it.
So I will explain to everyone.
We will still need a sacrifice, as I can mend the physicality of the stone, but I cannot restore its magic.
Tom Clancy, you're up.
We're not sacrificing Tom Clancy. But we go back to that river and get that thing over here.
Not a bad idea, actually.
That's actually a really good idea. But does a he said he was a water spirit. Do you think he would count as a proper sacrifice?
We could plan something.
I will say it's also probably like a 2-hour trek back to the river.
Right, that's fine. That was a bit of a walk. If we all remember this morning / last night, there was a bit of a hunting going on, and we were the hunted. Perhaps we stage camping for the night in order to capture whatever's after us?
And sacrifice it to the stone?
And sacrifice it to the stone. I don't know what time it is, but we could spend that time mending the stone and putting that chunk back on.
Well, the mending only takes about a minute. It won't take long at all.
I
do need 1 minute, but you know.
What? Is everything here you need to complete the mending?
Oh yes, it's perfect actually.
If the DM will allow me, I'll go ahead and mend the stone as an
Yeah,
example.
I mean, I will say it probably takes a little longer than
It's
a minute. to
several
mend.
instances.
Yeah, to fully mend it.
He's confident. That's why he's saying
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
In reality, it probably would take a couple minutes to push all the rubble together and mend it. The downside of when you do that is you do see that the engravings would need to be redone. So if you like as you're doing this, you're like, I'm gonna have to actually like do some more engravings and redo this ritual, and the ritual itself probably takes a long. Well, it takes several hours to do the full ritual. So once you do have a body,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna take you the better part of a day to really do it. So you could, you would also know that repairing this would be potentially like a reward back home.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So just to be clear, I could take the time to mend this all up. It would take a couple hours, including setting up getting the ritual site ready, and then we would need to kill the thing and then finish the ritual after. It wouldn't be like kill it and it's like, oh, boom, Baldur's Gate 3 style, we're good.
No.
I threw him on the plinth, you know.
No.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
Baldur's Gate is a great game, but but no.
Look, you gotta ask the questions nowadays.
True.
You know.
True.
Everyone DM's different.
It would take like as far as a ritual spell, it would take like 8 hours to cast the ritual part of the spell once you have all the components together. Yeah.
All right, then I'll start to do it, and I'm gonna put my hands on my non-existent hips, like the hip area. All right, I said a minute. I'm gonna need quite a bit longer. Maybe closer to the better part of a day. Maybe about 8 hours.
What the hell? What kind of estimate did you give up front?
The initial estimate was based on just local creations I've done back home. Like, you know, you gotta make some kind of jewels and feathers to be able to eat, you know. So you mend someone's clock, you mend someone's sending stone, you know, stuff like that.
This is your first time, huh?
It's something this large, yes. Yes, it's gonna be an undertaking. I'm gonna have to really stretch my abilities.
That's what she said. I mean, seems like a valiant mission here. We're restoring a stone. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Well, I could gather food or firewood. Since we're gonna be here a while, and this is where we're staging our camp anyways.
Oh, man.
Can we just hollow the ground again, and then if the thing approaches, we jump on it?
I could hollow the ground again, but it would also
better than something jumping on us and tearing us apart by surprise.
Sounds good.
I'm reading something that I have that I might try to use, but
Yeah. I will say, because of how quick everything's gone, I'll set also what kind of time of day. From setting up to the first bout of travel to the river was probably about 3 hours. From the river to where you're at now is another 2, so it's been about 5 hours over the course of the day. No short rests as you're actively walking through dense forest. And waking up, so that would probably put you around like 2-ish p.m. potentially at this point, or noon to 2. It's kind of hard to tell with the overbrush unless someone wants to do a check, and I'll make a definitive time. If as long as you're still
Hello?
with
Uh-oh.
the forest.
Are you looking to put some spruce back in your rust bucket step? Does your automaton need some fresh oil to get them going in the morning? Well, come on down to Fantastic Pete's Automaton Fix-It Emporium. We can just about fix everything. Have a justice unit who can't swing a sword or a farm bot who can't plow the field? We'll bring them on down to Fantastic Pete's Automaton Fix-It Emporium. For mentioning this ad, we'll give you a 20% discount on all oil changes, hydraulic diagnostics, and high-gloss finish. Or if you just need an oil change for your robot, we can do that for a low, low price of $3.99 of gold. So, come on down, bring your robot friend for a tune-up. While you're here, make sure to stock up on Fantastic Pete's Synthetic Blend of Warforged Motor Oil. We only serve the best here at Fantastic Pete's, and when you're here, your family.
We're located just off exit 17 on Road 37. Located just inside Valmoda across from the Wonderland Cat Emporium and Acupuncture Clinic. Keep an eye out for our mascot Pepper and Pete, the steel golem, as he'll wave you on in. And remember, when you're here, your family.
No, really, listen. Did you know that every day you're just throwing money away online? Well, you are. No, shut up, you are. Did you know there's a simple web extension you can add to your browser? It's called Electrum. Electrum saves the site you're on and it looks for the best prices and possible coupons so you can save that sweet, sweet gold on your online purchases. See this dagger? Look how shiny. With Electrum, I saved nearly 3 copper pieces on this dagger. Think about that. When you're spelunking into dungeons and throwing those daggers left and right, you run out, right? And unless you find a dragon's hoard in the keep, it's on you to resupply your collection of daggers, darts, arrows, and caltrips. With Electrum, you're guaranteed to save on each of your purchases. Over the last year, I've saved nearly a platinum piece with all the savings that Electrum has been able to cut from those Vimmerosian prices. I could invest those savings back into adventuring gear, or I could buy a round of drinks for the party after a successful raid. And that's all thanks to Electrum, the web plugin that will save you money on your online purchases. Just follow our link and sign up now. Why are you waiting? Go, now! Well, maybe after the rest of the video, but go after that, and make sure to tell them we sent you.
My guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It's Jacob here, and I'm going to take you down a consensual stroll to a place called the Ampersandbox merch store. It's a pretty rad place located over at streamlabs.com/Ampersandboxttrpg/merch. And it's got all kinds of Ampersandbox goodies. Not to mention, we're working on getting more badass gear listed over there. Okay, so again, we're gonna head on over to streamlabs.com/Ampersandboxttrpg/merch. Here, you're going to immediately be greeted by the work hard, play hard, eat hard, tea and tanks for men and women. A classic Ampersandbox goodie. If you scroll a little bit further down, you'll find a whole bunch of other gear though, like the Venture into Vimros embroidered patch, or this dope distressed dad hat. There's even a simple mouse pad with Josiah's face. We'll have the rest of the crew up there. Eventually. Anyway, maybe a simple tea is more your style. So, let's check this one out. This is the Ampersandbox Venture into Vimros tee. It features our primary logo on the front of the shirt, while the campaign logo is displayed across the back. Revolutionary, I know. This shirt is absolutely fantastic, and has become a daily driver for me. The fabric is just thin enough that it's breathable and light for those hot summer days, while still being thick enough to count as a layer on those wintry nights out on the town. And it's available in gray, emerald, maroon, black, and a white-gray flecked color. Oh, what's that, Josh? You need your star player to re-record his lines from the last episode? Not a problem. I'm on my... Oh. You mean Zanog? Oh, alright. Fine. I'll go get him. Okay, guys. I've got to run. But feel free to explore on your own. This shop is seriously rad.
Hello, fellow Storyweavers. I am Josh McGee. Let me regale you in the tales of bravery, mystery, and Patreon. Are you ready to take your love for Ampersandbox to the next level? Are you interested in exclusive content such as custom stat blocks and maps, Q&A videos, deep discussions about characters, campaigns, and settings, or even just hanging out and indulging in the hot mess that is our aftershow? Well, you're in luck. Here at Ampersandbox, we've been bringing you the juiciest RP, insightful talk shows, structured podcast reviews, and captivating interviews. But guess what? We want to do more. Introducing our Patreon page, where you can become an integral part of our ever-growing community of creators. By supporting us, you'll unlock an extraordinary vault filled with all things Ampersandbox. Picture yourself engaging with the cast, diving into the secrets of our campaigns, and even shape the future of some of our stories. How about early access to our episodes, so you can be the first to witness our heroes' tragedies? Triumphs. But wait, there's more. As a patron, you'll receive personalized shoutouts, exclusive Discord channels, and the chance to be part of our exciting live events. Your support means the world to us. With your backing, we can continue to deliver high-quality content, upgrade our equipment, and bring even more excitement to your screens. Together, we'll weave tales that will forever be etched in the halls of gaming history. So gather your gear, ready your dice, and embark on this incredible journey with us. Head over to our Patreon page, where the magic truly happens. Join us as we build a thriving community of passionate tabletop role players. To all current and future patrons who make this all possible, cheers to you.
I'm stoked.
And we're
for it.
back.
Welcome back. We had some technical difficulties. We did some biological human processes and grabbed drinks, but we are returning to our Yuan-ti tales as the group is maybe making camp at 1 p.m. in the afternoon before the forest gets super dark and all the creepy crawly things come out.
We're
and
going on a
they're
little
standing
hunting
around-
trip first.
Yeah, they're standing around a bloody, or no longer bloody stone that our cleric Naga decided
Is actively mending.
is actively mending.
Because you did say it takes about 8 hours.
It can take 8 for the full ritual to remake this stone. Yeah, but mending it, you mended it.
Well, I gotta set the ritual up. We can't, you know, can't not have the ritual ready when it's time.
Yeah. And we begin. So you all are there. What is what's our turtle doing and our kobold?
I'd like to catch
I'm
some
just-
woodland creatures to eat
I'm
and to
relaxing,
share,
dude.
share with our cleric.
Chillin', bruh.
Yeah. I'm an old man. I don't really do much.
Yeah. For hunting, go ahead do a survival check of the area, and then for relaxing, go ahead and just do like a wisdom roll.
That's 6. I got 18.
I need
on
you to do
survival.
a relax roll.
What was it for the survival?
18. 1 8.
18. Okay.
Like a wisdom roll or a wisdom check?
Wisdom check.
Shit. 18 plus 7, 25.
25. We'll start with how is Torab hunting creatures in the forest?
So, I've got my Eldritch Blast on standby, and between Clamsy and my Mage Hand, I kind of want to do like the distract and attack method.
So is Clamsy the bait for your distract and attack?
Clamsy could be a bait, yes.
So
You're the
Clamsy,
bait, Clamsy's the
this
finisher.
half clam, half snake, eyeless creature, is writhing around on the ground as some kind of night bird of prey, potentially another owl, sees this as like, ooh, free meal. As you don't hear it because it's silent flight, swoops down and you see it.
But anyways, I start blasting.
Does your Eldritch Blast make any sounds?
Maybe? It's serpentine in nature. It's a,
It's like a loud rattle of a rattlesnake.
it's gonna be a wispy blue smoky light in the shape of a serpent that just lunges out and bites.
Pew, 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 pew. Well, the good part is, Turtrin, you are relaxed. Nothing can phase you. The gentle, hot, like the cool air mixing with the hot jungle is just kind of making this nice, relaxed area as your cleric is mending and setting up this ritual for whatever happens. I will say that you, Torp, can get another owl if you want,
I do.
along with various large rodents of the forest.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to
a
clean the owl in any way I can to preserve tradables.
Yeah.
Just as I
so,
did the last one.
Do another survival check, and you also catch multiple chinchillas.
23 on the other survival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're able to keep all of the flight feathers. You can pop out the eyes if you want, and keep pretty much keep whatever you want from this owl.
Cool. Sweet. Successful hunting trip. I'm gonna eat my fill before really making my way fully back to camp, and bring back some chinchillas and like a turkey leg, but it's an owl for cleric.
Thin owl leg.
Thank you.
So, Vectrum, you've been working hard on the ritual. Here's stop and have a meal.
If a Naga could sweat. Whatever the equivalent to sweating for a snake is, that's what Vractrum is doing. I believe it's like their it's almost like panting, isn't it? It's like their tongue is just like I just stare at you as I'm like casting this holy magic around. I just drop it. Thank you.
While you do this, it definitely takes the better part of a couple hours for both. You're setting this up. You're the hunting, relaxing. It is definitely getting darker. While you're setting this up, you do smell off in the distance a campfire, where the forest is kind of keeping that fire smell underneath the canopy and in your general area. You all have had successful survival checks recently, so I would let you know that it's probably within a couple 100 feet of you in a various direction. You'd have to find it if you really want to go looking for it. But you smell like a fresh campfire going at the moment.
You all smell that, yes?
Smells like sacrifices.
Oh, I thought it smelled like a campfire, personally.
Yes, but what makes a campfire?
Wood,
I mean,
mostly.
anything could. You go ahead.
That's it, wood, mostly. However, we're not alone. You shit talk Clancy an awful lot, but he's going to prove his worth now. I would like to send Clancy that way with me in the driver's seat.
All right. Which way am I going? There, Capitan.
Ah, the fire!
Okay.
The plume of smoke to that direction.
You can't see.
All right, I'm just gonna go this way. If this is the right way.
That's not how magic works, fellas.
That's how magic works.
That's gonna be a T-shirt.
It's the best.
At least a sticker.
So do you do the full like your
I'm
vision
going,
and everything?
I'm going all the way in,
goes?
yeah. I want to stay near
Alright.
the stone that's getting mended. But yeah, I'm going full. I'm going all the way in.
Okay, yeah. As you inhabit Clancy's body, your two consciousnesses like share that little flesh pile of snake clam hybrid.
Oh, it's so nice to have you along. We're two best friends going through the jungle.
Oh, that's sketchy.
All right, which way are we going? This way is slither.
Yep, doing good.
Do
I'm gonna approach Vector and be like, did he really send the blind snake to see what's out there?
Tertrin, I have to be very honest with you. I haven't had a lot of confidence since we left Smootalk. And at this point, I'm just trying to get us some sort of reward. So if he wants to send the blind snake,
that just seems so useless. I'm gonna follow suit.
we can always, the thing about this way, we can always sacrifice him if he doesn't come back quick enough.
No,
It's an option.
I'm gonna follow suit. I'm just gonna be stealthy about it, which I will roll 18 stealth check.
Okay, 18 stealth. For Tom Clancy, go ahead and roll a perception. I would say you have advantage if it's scent based, because as it just goes and licks the air, trying to find its way towards this flame.
19.
19? Yeah, so you would pick up two scents. One is that of a turtle's shell who is stealthing in the forest a few feet behind you. But you're also able to continue your path towards this flame. For Tortrin, you are not seen by many things currently as you stealth through this forest, and you do catch up to Tom Clancy as you both make your way to the source of this fire. Can I get one more stealth check as you approach? While by themselves, largely, is Vractrum and the body of Torup back at your camp. Stealth checks. Yeah.
Everyone?
Just Clancy and torture.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Hey.
I got a 22.
22.
Hey.
Yeah. This is when, if you want, you can put on Egress Crew card. But you'd hear the large booming voice of a, "Well, I put enough firewood on the fire already." And then another voice being like, "But I'm about to cook this baby jaguar, and I need more fire." As the third individual, is just saying, "And I pay you two to do your jobs." As you would see a ogre who has basically the trunk of a tree in its hand, talking to an oversized gif that has a musket and pistol at its waist, with a half-orc female, and there's a large collection of knickknacks, barrels, and other things on a cart, with a couple horses that they have sitting around a fire. "Well, you're gonna share that jaguar baby, aren't you?" I mean, like, if you want. "Well, I'm hungry. I gathered all the wood." They don't see you as you approach, lurking in the shadows just beyond their campfire light.
Got a good look at all of them.
Yeah, so you'd see, the ogre is a large creature. The half-orc is also technically medium-sized, but they're tall
Pushing it.
and big. Yeah. And then the gif as well, fairly large for being a humanoid, but not a large-sized creature.
I'll scoop up Tom Clancy and stealth out of there.
I do not resist.
Go ahead, do what was your stealth check? Oh yeah, it was
I had a
22.
nat 20.
and nat 20. So you don't make any sound as you slowly shift through the underbrush.
Come back to camp.
I'll return to my original consciousness.
I like Tom Clancy back at you. Like,
Leaves a little bit of a snot trail on your hand.
yeah, it's awful. Just like,
Well,
some sort of trader crew or something over there.
I see it as potential sacrifices if needed.
I say we keep one and turn the others.
Works for me.
For my 23 earlier, do I know how many sacrifices I need?
1.
Awesome. Just want to make sure before we decided that specifically.
Which you need 1, and you also need to keep their skull. So
Okay.
Now smash
That-
the skull, what you're saying.
That works just fine for me. I just need one body, and I need one skull from said body.
Wonderful. Well, if our creature of the night plan doesn't work out, these few may have strayed a little close to our operation.
I mean, they're within walking distance and sneaking distance at that. So,
How does your hand feel about this whole thing? It's been awfully quiet today.
It hasn't moved at all. It's just chilling limply. It must have got a good meal. It's been sleeping.
Yeah, it is. It's acting as a hand
Okay, yeah.
currently.
All right.
Not much going on. I was thinking of maybe whistling at it later. That seems to do something for it.
Oh man.
Give me like an hour before you do any whistling, please.
Yes, no.
Just like an hour's heads up. That's all.
That's fine. You're doing the heavy lifting now. I'll respect your process.
Thank you.
He shudders at the thought of the bagman.
Yeah, if
I almost tested at the river if it works underwater.
Yeah, if you give it an hour, it definitely is getting dark in the jungle here. That's when your hand actually will wake up tonight. It has done digesting your previous hand, as it will. Its tendrils will like let go of your wrist and plop onto the ground and stretch as all 5 fingers just.
Oh, nocturnal, are we?
Oh yeah. Oh, so stretch. Where are we at? What are we doing?
Well, we're in the woods. And, we're awaiting our sacrifice.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some food, and
I look at my...
back.
What do I have for a hand? Is it just... Is there bones or literally just nothing?
Nothing there.
Going to get food! Well, I got some chinchillas if you're interested.
I mean, if you just hold on for a second, there's like 4 guys we're about to go slaughter.
Oh, I could hold on. I'll just make myself comfortable right here. I'll have a chinchilla.
I flip it a chinchilla as if it was a good luck coin.
And a hand just. And then it like pops up because it's slightly too big and like lands with its wrist on the chinchilla where its snake lower torsos just like grab it and you see it start like swelling into inside of its body.
Really, that's truly horrifying.
See, I've been telling you, Vectrum, everything's so beautiful. Every creature is miraculous.
Again, everything is just gross and disgusting from this thing.
You two kind of look alike.
No.
Well,
Go and do a perception check.
oh no. What's my ad? What do I add?
It's gonna be a 19.
Ugh, an 8.
6. I think that's my first single-digit roll today.
So our cleric friend Rectrum will hear the low purring sound of a large cat and a set of eyes peering out from the underbrush and another set of eyes glowing white peering out from like face height.
Is this in the direction of that like traders group, or is this in an opposite direction?
In a different direction. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look at that, and obviously like going to do at least some kind of hand signal or something to kind of like let the guys know like what's going on. But as I'm doing the hand signal, I want to use one instance of Scorching Ray. I have 120 feet that I can shoot it out at, right?
Yeah.
And I want to shoot it, the 3 rays, probably like, I think what this would be. This would be like a 15-degree from each, like as a triangle, you know, a 15-degree cone all around in the direction of that caravan. So again, it's going to be 120 feet of just flame in the direction of that caravan as I'm pointing out the thing over there that's staring at us.
So it's like one thing staring at us over there and you're shooting the flames
Yes.
over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that would be what I do. For the DM, the intention is to get the attention of the traders group. Now that the hand's woken up and we've got this other thing going on. I'd rather have their attention than them just stumble into us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What does the rest of the party want to do before this?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
We don't notice the eyes, right? So you just launch a fucking scorching ray into the floor, like, what the
And then-
what are you on about?
Yeah. And then
Vector.
point you guys towards the eyes.
Vactrum, the thing about forest is, they're quite flammable.
And in Marshalk's destruction and creation, it will all burn. From the ashes we will rebuild, starting with this stone.
Oh,
I don't know
boy.
if any of that went through.
Yeah, that all went through on my.
I didn't know you're so spontaneous. I understand your beliefs, I think, but this spontaneous is...
Torp. There's also a giant cat and some kind of set of eyes over in that way.
Ah!
And that's when you'll hear like a, "Who's shooting fire at us, son? We better go check it out." And that's where we'll.
And,
end.
yeah, and cliffhanger.
You're
yeah.
gonna be in a Mexican standoff, like.
I figure
Traders Group, Giant Cat and Giant Cat Master, and us.
it's gonna be a good time, guys. It's gonna be a great time.
Great time.
I'm gonna burn down the forest and build it up all at
As
once.
you do, as Jacob does. Jacob likes to burn down forests.
Every campaign.
This one's three campaigns now.
3-3, gotta keep it going.
Now, at this point, it's just my MO. You know what I
Alright,
mean?
the next campaign, where Jacob's a PC, there cannot be a forest in the world.
Well, that's gonna
gotta
be
tell-
your choice.
It's gotta totally be like a pirate ship, like out in the ocean. No woods anywhere.
You can
I
still
mean,
burn the
what's-
pirate ship though.
What's the
Yeah,
ship
oh
made
no!
of?
Alright, the entire next season takes place in limbo.
The charred charcoal remains of.
Oh, I can
forest
fully
that once
embrace it.
was Xylea.
Yeah.
Look. I will in my defense. In the very first campaign, it was an utter accident. And I actually think this would be 4 for 4 because I'm pretty sure in the Star Wars campaign I dropped a lightning bolt on something as well that caught on fire.
Regardless of
So
setting.
again, it just is what it is. That's why we're gonna embrace the light cleric, you know?
That's great.
Jacob's a climate denier.
Yeah, it's not. You're not wrong. Fuck the ice caps.
It's a good note to end on. Any signing off things going on?
Well, that was Ampersandbox as we get naughty here with our Yuan-ti tales. Stay tuned for next week as we figure out what was that thing in the forest. Is the forest on fire? Can James do a better Cockney accent? Probably not. So, what all this did with the chimney sweep? And will James...